Okay, turn it up. Lights. Stage is set.
All speakers ready?
Sound recording. Camera roll. We're going live in 3, 2.
Wow, it's bright out here, yeah? Hi, good evening. We're gonna talk about AI. What comes into your mind when we're talking about AI? In today's era, whether it's business, whether it's class assignments, lecturing, teacher, the use of AI really impacts us all. 2 years ago, a student walked into my office. He is brave, he is smart with high GPA, but one day he came into my office with a very anxious, helpless emotion. He came into my office, he sits down, and he asked one question. Sir, is my major still relevant? This really surprises me. Why? Because he's very clever with a very high GPA. One student that every teacher is proud of. But that really catch me off guard. Is my major still relevant? He then continues. AI can already do everything. His skills, his capabilities can be changed and replaced by AI. And the final question is, do I still matter? Can you believe this? A student with a very high GPA, with a very promising future, he is anxious, feeling helpless. And at the moment, I realized that the biggest fear today in the younger generation is not about losing jobs. It is about losing meaning. Every one of us are afraid of losing meaning, especially meaning in life. AI itself is no longer optional. The improvement of AI, the improvement, development of digital technology is no longer optional. It's all up to us whether we can evolve or not, just like the first talk. From this communication, from this chat with the students, I see that skills, plain skills, is easily replicable. What we have is easily replicable. Our skills to generate ideas, our skills to create essays, our skills to analyze financial reports, analyze stock exchanges, and etc. It can be replicable by lots of AI tools. And what is replicable is very easy to be replaced. What is replicable will be replaceable. So we have to ask ourselves, we have to ask we have to ask ourselves as a teacher, as a parents, as a students, what really makes you indispensable? In this era where AI really develops, where AI really goes rampant, everything uses AI, everything uses digital technology. Without AI, we can't compete. Skill itself is not enough. We need to have value. Value is everything. Without value, what we have, our skills that we have, that we get in our education, in our business experience, will be easily replaced. Therefore, we need value. Skills itself can be trained into a system. Making designs, making captions in Instagram, making videos, creating ideas can be trained very, very easily. System can be trained to do those skills. However, value is shaped by our experience, our conscience, and our humanity. Therefore, value itself tops skills. You need to find your value in life. We know that AI can process data very easily. With a little bit of prompt here and there, click enter, then your data will be analyzed. However, only human can process meaning. From this reflection, I see that the future will belong to those who collaborate with AI while staying deeply human. I'm not gonna tell that we should not use AI. AI will be there, whether we like it or not, whether we want it or not. AI will be there. And if we do not collaborate with AI, if we don't use AI, we will be left behind. Just like BlackBerry. They don't evolve. And if we don't collaborate with AI, we will be left behind. However, we need to collaborate with AI while staying deeply human. I have a little bit of experience in my lecturing and business stages, where I see two people can have the same access to the same technology, to the same tools, to the same system. However, one creates impact, while the other simply produces output. So we know that technology really accelerates everything. Like I said before, with a little bit of prompt here and there, you can easily create anything. But direction is still determined by humans. Only humans can determine where they want to go. In today's session, I would like to propose to you several ideas that AI cannot replace. From the first one, which is judgment. It's true that AI can create data analytics. They can provide with us with lots of data analysis. However, judgments can only be done by human. From our experience, from what we know, from what we have experienced, we can make the right judgment. The second one is empathy. Once again, AI is still machine. What it can do is giving an illusion of empathy. But true empathy can only be felt, can only be given by humans. And the third one is ethics. In today's era of business, where everything can be bought by money, we need to keep ourselves true to the ethics of the world. And this ethics cannot be taught, cannot be learned by AI. Ethics can only be learned by humans. And the last thing is meaning making. As what I said before, AI can generate ideas. It can give us lots of easy ways to do things. However, what meaning do we have? The meaning in our life can only be felt, can only be experienced by human, by us. AI cannot replicate that. AI cannot replace our meaning of life. So this provides us with one reflection. Maybe our greatest strength is not intelligence. It may be humanity. I am reminded of this every day from my dearest wife, where her hardworking, kind-hearted, her love really showered me, shaped my family in ways no AI, no algorithm ever could. And I can assure you that this type of love can only be received and given by human. AI cannot replicate it. So today, we need to ask whether we, as a teacher, as a husband, our wife, students, businessman, lecturer, do we do our job in a way that create value AI cannot replicate? So when we don't have that type of value, we will be easily replaced by AI. Yes, AI may write better sentences, but can it take responsibility? It may generate faster solutions, but can it really carry moral weight? And it may simulate conversation. It may give us what we need to talk, but can it genuinely care? So don't just learn about new technologies. We need to redefine our own values. Do not compete with AI. Collaborate with it. Because AI is a tool that was created for us so that we can collaborate with it to make our job better, easier, while maintaining our value as a human. Stop asking, what skills should I build? And start asking, what kind of person must I become to stay indispensable? Relevance in the future will be measured by how much impact you create. So in order to be relevant, in order to keep yourself mattered, you need to provide value, impact, so that you can stay relevant. So in a world shaped by algorithms, shaped by AI, staying human is not a weakness. It is our greatest advantage. I'm Budi Christanto. Thank you so much.